drinking non-alcoholic beverages because we can. That's right.
Because we're grown.
At least that's what they tell us. So, anyway, everybody, happy Saturday. Yes, we're coming at you live a little bit early this week because we got things to do. So, and we needed to be in the same place today because we're doing our super universal yums test treaty thing.
Yeah, we did.
So, yeah.
We couldn't do it last week because it just came in the mail this week. So I had ordered it, but yeah.
So, these things happen because it's coming from Universal Yums, which is somewhere else.
New Jersey.
Jersey.
At least that's where their call center is.
Yes, exactly. So,
Mhm.
So we're hanging out. Ann and Duncan came today and helped me and Joe Joe and I paint our basement, and it's coming along nicely. So I'm all high from Zinsser 1, 2, 3 paint fumes.
Yeah, I still got it in my nose.
Yeah.
I was like, am I still smelling paint in my nose?
The good news is you guys, you were in the room that actually had the open window, which is nice because we did not. So, yeah. I have no idea if you guys can hear us or not. So, we'll see how it goes today. Yeah. I know we're not plugged in. We're using actual different speakers. And so, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Do I have the mic on? It appears to be on.
Appears to be.
So, yeah. All right. Anyway, so we're coming at you a little early, and we are, yes, as we said, we are testing out our Universal Yums box from, where are we from this week?
Turkey.
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 That's awesome. So, yeah. So we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get right to it. We're gonna toss that up there. I'm gonna take that off of there. And do you want to take us through? Actually, you know what? You are doing the majority of the talking today because you did all the research on Turkey. So we'll get going here. All right. As you know, we are the Brother Sisters. Welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. Willkommen. Bienvenue.
I don't know any Turkish, so we're gonna have to go with German.
You were just gonna go with German instead. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're Anna and Janice brothers. We're the Brother Sisters. Brothers is our last name. So presenting the Brother Sisters.
Encore.
Yay. We are in our 50s, which means that we are Gen X. Not that we are not welcoming all generations to our show, but we're Gen X and we have a chip on our shoulder about that. Means that we had to listen to a police officer talk about DARE, the drug abuse resistance education, dare not to do drugs. We had to listen to that crap during science class. We had to listen to McGruff, the crime dog, in between cartoons, and we had to listen to Nancy Reagan telling us to just say no.
Because this is your brain on drugs.
That's right. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And then they'd show the frying egg. Are there any questions?
Jenny and I went to a very small Catholic school growing up. So I thought when I got into high school, like every other person would be like, you want to buy some drugs? You want to buy some drugs? Hey, here's some drugs. You better take some drugs. So really surprised that did not happen.
Yeah, I didn't drink or drug in high school. And I didn't really hang out with people. I'm just a nerd. I was just a lonely, and I wasn't lonely. It's just that I just didn't do things like that because I was, I didn't want anything to affect my eligibility to play sports. And drugs would do that.
Yeah.
That's right. So I tended to be more towards the what's the name of the spectrum where you don't do anything wrong because you saw what your sister got in trouble doing. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit.
Jenny was straight edge.
I was.
Straight edge.
I was.
And I learned how to do things better so I wouldn't get caught.
We both had our strategies for getting through life.
Skills.
So
Developing the mad skills.
If you've ever seen the movie Sisters with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, I'm not saying our life looked exactly like that, but there are some I can relate to Amy Poehler's character.
And I can relate to Tina Fey's character.
There you go. Yes, indeed. So yeah.
Oh, I put my diaphragm in wrong.
And I said, a diet what? Yeah.
Oh, man.
So yeah, so those are some of the things that we learned that drugs were bad. Just say no. Yeah. We are not cool. On this show we talk about smart stuff, dumb stuff, fun stuff, or any combination of the three. We are not cool, hip, or sexy. We know this because we don't panic about learning a new skill because there is a video of it on YouTube. And that's the best part of YouTube. I know a lot of my students just watch Asian kids eating things, and I usually watch how to put a kickstand on my bike.
I'm gonna grow up my bathroom.
How do I grab my bathroom? How do I build this shed? Because it came with instructions that are in the wrong language. So, yeah, it's amazing how much stuff I know. I'm just like, oh, like right now in chemistry, I'm teaching a lot of stoichiometry and stuff. And a lot of the challenge for my students is they don't know how to do the calculator functions on it. So I've just been watching YouTube videos and like, yeah, just the YouTube video said do this, this, and this. So because I've got like a couple different calculators I use in my classroom that I know the functions for, I know them back and forth. But some, one of your students will, bust out some calculator that you're like, I don't know that one. So then you're like, hey, because we can't get YouTube, the kids can't get YouTube at school, so I have to YouTube it. And then I'm like, that's how you do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
There you go.
So yeah, so YouTube videos, yes. Let's see what else. We are not a true crime podcast. We are not a celebrity podcast. We are not an influencer podcast. There's too many of those already. So we're just a different podcast where we talk about stuff. Yeah,
a podcast for all seasons.
Yes. Oh, good one. Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
you just thought of that right now.
Oh, right off the top of my head.
Nicely done.
I know.
So
thank
yeah.
you.
So anyway, we've been told that we are good to listen to when you want to learn things about stuff, or maybe you have COVID again and you need a distraction from how you feel.
Wah.
Wah. Yeah. You had COVID, or you realize that the world is burning down around you.
Tomato, tomato.
Yes, indeed. This podcast is not rated G. It is not rated PG. It is not rated PG-13. We swear. God damn it. As you'll know. All right. You can join us on our website, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon. Yeah, let's go. It's fucking snack time, man, brothers. That's right. Hey, we would love to hear from you. If you're watching right now, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Give us feedback on our polls, on our questions, leave comments. We want to hear from you. Again, don't forget you can support us for free. You don't have to pay a thing to support us. Just follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and all that sort of good stuff. Yeah. And should we now, okay, full disclosure, we've basically been snacking all evening because we got done painting and then it was like snack time.
Like jelly cheese Fritos.
So we've been snacking on some American snacks. So now we're gonna snack on some Turkish snacks. It'll be amazing. So let's go ahead and get there.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about our smart, dumb, fun stuff for this week. And start us off.
Well, I had some smart and some fun stuff. First, I'd like to say a shout out to my friend Chip Maley. Sometimes Chip is on our show. He's our crack entertainment expert.
He is.
He sent me some stickers in the mail, and if you have listened to our show before, you probably understand that I love stickers, and so they were for a calendar. So they had stickers for like different activities that you did, and some for like go to the dentist, go to the doctor, it's Christmas. But then there were some stickers that were of a burning building. And that was for you to check your smoke detector. And then there was another one for funeral arrangements.
Whoa, what?
So Chip, thank you. I can't wait to use these stickers. Some of them were just like, those are my favorite ones. And then Jenny and I also we took a trip this week to Confections with Convictions, which is an amazing candy chocolate place here in Kalamazoo. They have the best, most beautiful chocolates, and they have a reusable tin. You buy the tin with 8 chocolates in it, and it's like $24. But if you bring the tin back in, it's 18. So I bought one of the tins, and then I decorated it with glitter glue because that's my favorite medium, and old jewelry. And I took it back in today or the other day, and I got my candy, and it's now the box is as beautiful on the inside as it is on the outside. So that was both fun and amazing this week. So that's what I did.
The gentleman that owns and runs Confections with Convictions was there, and he was, to say the least, tickled to see that box decorated. He's like, well, we've never seen one that's come back decorated before.
I was like, what do you mean? I
what?
It can't be true. I mean, this is a perfect. It's a silver box. It's designed to have other shit put on it. So
yes, indeed.
Anyway, that
hilarious.
Was fun. It was smart and fun, and I loved it both. So
very good.
Thank you, Confections for Convictions. You guys are the best.
And we have actually spoken about Confections with Convictions on our show. Really great. One of the great chocolatiers in the state of Michigan, as far as I'm concerned. Just next level of what they're doing. I know some of you might have been taken aback by like 8 chocolates for $24. Honest to God, it's art.
Yes.
and it is worth every cent. And
It
you don't just necessarily have to buy their chocolates. They
Mhm.
have chocolate bars and they have other treats that if you don't want to drop that
Ice cream.
much, you have ice cream that you can. They sell they're purveyors of Ron's Beans Coffee, which is
Mhm.
a great coffee place here in the great city of Kalamazoo/Portage. So
No, and if you're looking to support somebody local, not only does of course they make beautiful local chocolates, but they get a lot of their ingredients, not the chocolate, but other their fillings and stuff come from local places. So it's a local place. So if you're looking to shop locally, big a big shout out to Confections with Convictions. They do a beautiful job with their candy. They have their mission is to help people who have been underemployed or not employed because of incarceration, so they can learn a skill and take that off and go someplace else, and continue to build their employment history. So it's not only do they make beautiful things, they have a beautiful mission. So.
nice,
Mhm.
nice. I have been less productive in that sense. Okay, so I consider this to be smart and fun because it makes me feel better. I've been writing my U.S. representative daily to tell him he sucks at his job and that all of this is his fault. I got to tell you, it's the greatest. I've never really been political like that before, but and we don't really talk politics on our show, but I'm going to talk a little tiny bit about it today because after yesterday's shit show, I kind of feel like I have to say something. So I've been writing all week and it's become a daily thing. I literally get up in the morning and go about my business and I'm like, oh, time to write Mr. Hazinga again. That's right, Bill. I'm talking to you, you son of a. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I'm doing it. I'm going to continue to allow my voice to be heard and until my representative grows a pair and starts figuring out that the Constitution is important, our republic the Constitution is not perfect, but our republic is built and has grown because of that document, and it needs to be defended and protected. Boom.
Preach.
Preach. Sorry. Okay.
Mhm.
That's as political as we're going to get today, but that's how I feel. And if you don't like that, go find some other podcast to listen to. You have many choices. Okay, good.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, on to the
Turkish.
Turkishness. Let's go.
Woo!
All right. Snack time with turkey with Universal Yums and Brothers. Take it
Warning.
away.
There's a warning. Warning. If you are opposed to the sound of chewing, there will be chewing sounds today because we're going to be eating while we talk. So just to give you a heads up, if that grosses you out, you can also listen to another podcast or you can, live vicariously through us and enjoy the snackings.
We will try to move away from the microphone as we chew. Okay, Anne will not. Anne is going to chew in your ear.
Yeah,
Just
right here.
pretend it's you chewing because, like it or not, we all make chewing sounds.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not sexy either when you chew, as much as you think you are. Nobody looks good when they're chewing. Oh, yeah,
That's why,
nobody looks
yeah,
good.
no,
So, all right.
it's
Okay, I'm excited. All right.
me too.
All right, let's get started. Let's start with 5 facts about Turkey.
So, 5 fun facts about Turkey. Number one, Jenny, Istanbul sits on 2 continents. So it's not the capital of Turkey, but it's one of their major cities. It's one of the oldest, cities in the world. But Istanbul sits on 2 continents, the continent of Europe and the continent of Asia. And it's divided by the Bosporus Strait.
Oh, the Bosporus.
Thank
Oh,
you.
oh my gosh, I have to interrupt you. Okay,
Please.
so when I was a sophomore in college at
Hmm.
Eastern Michigan University, I took Western Civ with Dr. Reinhardt Whitke.
Hmm. Oh, I loved him.
I did too, and he would do these map tests every Thursday. And you got this huge map in like all of these places, and then he would basically give you a list of 20 each week. And you had to, and then come quiz time, he would give you 10, and then you had to put them on a map. And the Bosporus was one of our places.
There you go.
I'm just going to say for the record that that was one of the hardest classes I ever took. I got an A in that class. I was one of 3 people that got an A in that class, and because of that, the 3 of us didn't have to take the final.
Oh, Jenny Brothers, that's
And
amazing
I can
balls.
remember sitting there in class, and this was like a couple weeks before the final. No, it was like a week before the final. He's like, "The following people have A's in this class and don't need to take the final." And I was like, "Wait a second, I think that's me." And then he calls my name, and I'm like, "Y'all suck! Okay, suck it." Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so needless to say, because of this, Turkey is prone to some earthquakes
yeah.
because they are on 2 continents. So,
Specifically, they're on probably the Eurasian plate and likely the There's a plate there. It's the Asian plate. It's not the Asian plate. There's the Eurasian plate that's right there. I can't think of the other tectonic plate, but it's a big one.
It's a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
So they tend to be prone to some earthquakes.
Mm.
So that's it. Well, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but it's an interesting fact about Turkey. Another interesting fact was Santa Claus originated in Turkey.
Oh,
Yeah, the historical figure of Saint Nicholas was born in Patara, which is located on the Turkish Mediterranean coast.
okay.
And guess how he got to be Santa Claus?
Okay, okay. So was it like an Ottoman Empire thing?
It was an Ottoman Empire thing.
Okay.
And he was a very wealthy man. And so he used to give money to women who needed money or else they were going to go into prostitution.
What?
I know. So he was like an early feminist or something. Yeah. So, he would, so they could like, start up a little business or, have a little dowry to get married, whatever. So that's where the giving came from. Giving money to women who did not have any money and then we're going to have to go into prostitution. So that's
Okay.
where it started.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't it? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the modern Republic of Turkey was founded in 1923.
Yeah, it's really not that old.
It's not
It's
that
not, it's
old.
just a little over 100 years
Yeah,
old.
for the country. Now, of course, that area in the world is very old. I mean, it goes back to the Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire. So that part of the world has been, inhabited by people in, doing, and it was a big, see, it was a big, uh, like crossroads between the west and the east. So things would come in from the west and go to the east, and things would come in from the east and go to the west, and things would come up from the south in Africa. So all of these cool things that we, like coffee or turkeys,
Mm.
or I'm going to talk about tulips in a minute, they all made this crossroad through this area of the world. So even though Turkey, the country, is only about just over 100 years old, this place has been a center of commerce and urban development for thousands of years.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
So, oil wrestling, or sometimes called grease wrestling, is Turkey's national sport.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I thought that was very interesting.
That is
And
interesting.
the Ottoman Empire introduced tulips to Europe in the 16th century. So a lot of people think tulips came from like Norway or the Netherlands, or they're not the same thing, but the Netherlands. But actually, they came from Kyrgyzstan and out east, and they made their way towards Turkey. And then Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, basically introduced them to the Flemish.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's where tulips, that's where they came into Europe.
Those were 5 very fun facts, Ann
Weren't they
Brothers.
interesting facts?
The Santa Claus one really knocks my socks off.
I know,
Who
I
knew?
know.
Who knew?
So Jenny and I have done a couple of different Universal Yum boxes, and this is, I think, our third Universal Yum box.
Yes.
So this one is about turkey, if you haven't guessed. And we got the small box. They come in 3 different sizes. Here, let me get the box out for you so you can see the box. And they're a fun thing to do. It used to be that you could order one box, but now you have to get a subscription and then try to cancel it, which can be
Don't.
challenging.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they come in these like blue boxes, and I got the small one. So the small one came with 6 snacks. The big boxes come with like 15 snacks. So
Nice.
yeah, it came with an activities book, some stickers, and also a scorecard, so you can like score or review all the things about your Universal Yum box that you get. So it's fun stuff, like, and I got a lot of the questions that we're going to do today. I got them from our kit, but it also like gives you recipes, and it gives you like where you can find music if you want to listen to music while you're trying stuff, and it gives you other things that you can eat. So it's just a fun little box, a little booklet, and it has all kinds of games and stuff in it. If you're looking for like a inexpensive thing to do with your family, like a family game night or fun night, this would be something fun to do because you can all get, even if you like, I think I paid for oh, I didn't have to pay for shipping, free
Nice.
shipping. So for $19, I got a bunch of fun, which you can't do you can't most times you can't, like little game. Oh, and then they have like a meal that you can make, a pretty with
That looks good.
yeah, I mean, it was just like, first time, things that you can do, and it's just cute and fun. You learn about Turkey, and then they give you a scorecard.
Ooh, I need to find them. I didn't bring a writing utensil.
Jenny, you don't have a writing
I
utensil?
do. I gotta go get it. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on. I'm gonna go get a writing utensil.
okay. I can't get my. Oh, here. I have this thing right here. So I got the scorecard. So like, oh, I gave it 1 heart, or I gave it 2 hearts, or I gave it no hearts, or I gave it a sad face, or I gave it a smiley face. And then they have stickers. And if you missed the first part of the show, then I will reiterate the fact that I love stickers. And they just had some really fun ones. They're like top pick, and it's a person picking their nose, which I'm not sure is a great thing to have while you're eating. But hey, oh, the trivia winner, because we're gonna have some trivia. So if you get the most questions right, you get the trivia sticker.
I love that.
I know it's just fun, cute stuff. Fun, cute, colorful things.
Here's you get a Sharpie.
Thank you.
And I get a Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
And we have
So
Sharpies. Okay, this is exciting.
it's very exciting.
Okay, all right.
So,
what is first, Ann Brothers?
so the first thing we're going to do
Ooh,
is we have
there's
a
a trivia question.
question.
Yes.
And I'm going to apologize right now to all the people who speak Turkish because I do not. So I did not look up I didn't do any of the pronunciations because then I just forget anyway. So I'm like, I can barely pronounce American things, let alone anybody else's.
We can make what's her name?
Alexa?
We can make no, the other one.
Sandy?
No, the other one.
Monica?
Bernadette? No, the Apple one. Hang on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. Hang on, hold that thought. And do Google, the Google lady.
I swear to God, some of those should be numbers.
All right, hang on. I got to ask it. How do you pronounce this? Oh, I should just get Chat GP, but it doesn't talk to you.
It doesn't. Oh, well then.
Hang on. Okay, so Tavugoso. Tavugosu. I wanted to pronounce it for me. Say it for me. This
Forget it.
Never mind. Screw you, Google.
Yeah.
Fuckers. Yeah. Sorry.
So anyway, here's our first Turkish trivia question.
Okay.
Turkish trivia question number 1. A signature dessert in Turkey is made with A, shredded chicken, B, sauteed onions, C, ketchup, or D, roasted olives. And it's tavagutsu. Tavagutsu. So it's a dessert.
Okay.
But is it made with shredded chicken, sauteed onions, ketchup, or roasted olives?
Is that a picture of it?
That's a picture of it. And that's why I included it because you really can't tell by the picture.
Okay, I'm gonna go with sauteed onions because onions are they have a fairly high sugar content. And so I'm gonna go onions.
That was my guess too. Yeah. But it was wrong. It's shredded chicken.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks like maybe like chicken that you put through the blender, but
it's cooked a super long time.
Wow.
I know, and it's like but it's made with all other sweet ingredients except for the chicken.
That sounds kind of like those potato things we dipped in chocolate today. We went to Anna's house for lunch today, and they brought you these like waffly potatoes that you dip in chocolate. They're good.
They were good. And strawberries, I'm like, this is pretty good.
I know, shockingly delicious.
Shockingly delicious.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, good stuff, man.
So the first thing we're going to try today is Elvin's today snowball with coffee. Elvin's today snowball with coffee.
Okay.
So that the today part is part of the name, and we only got one of them, but I'm gonna cut it in half.
Look at that thing.
Isn't it cute?
It's like a Hostess snowball.
It is. Isn't it cute?
With no coconut, and it looks to be a little tougher than the Hostess snowball.
Now, coffee first came to Turkey in the 16th century. So again, this is a crossroads area, and it came from Africa. So it came up from Africa.
Well, and that's my favorite coffees are African coffees. So.
And then and then the Spanish and the Portuguese took it to the New World so they could grow it in South America.
Give me half of one of those.
Yeah, that's but I want people to see it's got cream inside.
I love stuff that has stuff in it.
I know, me too. So they're very pretty.
It's really pretty.
I know, and it's pretty.
It smells
soft.
good. Yeah.
Oh God! Oh my gosh! You can smell the cocoa and the coffee in it.
So good.
Oh, you can really smell the coffee in it. Dang!
I hope it's as good as it
Me
smells.
too.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like a Hostess treat or a Little Debbie snack, but I'd say slightly better.
Well, one of the things I like about and there's coconut in that, definitely. One of the things I like about European sweets is that they're not as sugary.
Right.
So there's got some sweet to this, but there's some really nice flavor. The coffee flavor is really good. And it really well. And Ina Garten would tell you that you always put coffee into your chocolate,
Right.
like cakes and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think it's because they combine beautifully.
Mhm.
This is an excellent example of that. Yeah. Mm.
That's very good. I would eat this again.
Absolutely too.
Mhm. Mhm. So what do you think?
Mm.
Yay?
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, actually, what it reminds me of more than a Hostess treat, it reminds me of Little Debbie.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's a Little Debbie that doesn't feel like it's hurting me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like a less sweet, less sugary, more interesting Little Debbie
Mhm.
snack.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about unicorn cakes, because Little Debbie unicorn cakes are one of my favorite things. So there you
Yeah,
go.
that's very good. I could see drinking it like because I know tea is extremely popular
Mm.
in Turkey. So you like have your tea and your sweets, and
Mm.
oh, that would be super yummy. Mm.
That would be good with a cup of coffee too.
Hmm.
Yeah, yummy. Okay,
Yeah,
that was a winner. The Elvins today snowball with coffee. I'm gonna give that a solid
I gave it
smiley
happy
face.
faces.
Hmm.
Happy
Okay,
faces.
what are my choices?
Let's go with happy face, neutral face, sad face.
Okay, and can we have also like God help me face? Why am
God
I
help me
eating
think.
this?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that will just be as it tumbles out of my mouth unfinished. So,
I'm trying to remember one of those we had. I think it was in the Japanese
oh, I
box.
think it was.
Some fish thing.
Oh
Yeah.
man, woof.
Yeah.
Sorry, Japan.
Sorry, Japan.
Oh, maybe it was Korean.
It might have been.
I think it was
Yeah.
Korean. Sorry, Korea.
You're still a nice country.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, so Turkey trivia question number 2.
Okay.
Which of these is true about Turkish ice cream called dundurum? Is it that it's made of goat's milk? A, made of goat's milk. B, it's eaten with a fork and a knife. C, it melts extremely quickly. Or D, it's made from orchids.
I'm gonna say based on your picture that it melts really quickly.
Okay, that was a sneaky trick that I
Oh,
find.
it was sneaky.
I know. So, two things actually. There's two of these things that are
Yeah.
true. Jenny, would you like to take another guess?
Okay, so it's if it's not okay, so I know kitten, right? We have Betty the cat with us today. Come here. Come here, sweet girl. Oh, I know. Hang on before I guess. Everybody, this is Betty. Say hi to everybody, Betty the cat.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Betty.
she doesn't want to be here.
She's like, I'm
So
not loving
she
this.
wants to. She wants to go out. No, you're not going out. Go back and eat your dinner.
It's too
Okay.
dark.
So I'm gonna go with goat's milk.
Okay.
Okay.
Also incorrect.
Okay,
So
then it's gotta be orchids.
it is. It's made with orchids,
Okay.
and because of that, this extract from the orchid, because of that, it melts much more slowly than other ice creams, and because of that, it's eaten with a fork and a knife.
Look at that. Joe Peters got it right.
Oh, well, it was both B and D.
Okay. So
yes.
nice.
Hmm.
Nice. Well done.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, it's doesn't melt as quickly because it's made with an orchid extract, and they eat it with forks and knives.
They're so cultured.
I know. Well, that's what happens when you have a culture that's like thousands of years old. So
They do things a little bit more
sophisticatedly.
truth on that. All
Okay.
right.
So
Mm,
speaking of ice cream,
okay.
we're gonna have the Wafino mini cone, and this is hazelnut made with hazelnut. And hazelnuts have been grown in Turkey for thousands of years. And a
Hmm.
lot of people think of hazelnut as an Italian thing, but like I said, Turkey was a crossroads to the world. So anything that was yummy in some other country, they would, they would like, hey, can we grow that here? Wonderful. Now we're going to use it too. So thousands of years, hazelnuts have been grown there.
Mm.
So we got two of these today, and they're little cones.
I love little tiny
I
things like this.
know.
Oh
So
boy.
so they're
Yeah.
super. So they look like little tea. It's like a little sugar cone.
Ooh,
See, and it's got
smells good too.
yeah.
So many sweet treats.
Ooh, hazelnut.
Sweet. Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah. Well, Turkey's known for a lot of sweet stuff. So.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
Mm.
It's like getting the bottom of a cone, one of those
When you get
waffle cones,
yes.
the drumstick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You get the chocolate at the
Which is
bottom.
one of the best parts.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent cone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely tastes like hazelnut, kind of creamy.
Mm. Mm.
Good crunch.
Mm-hmm. Again, very tasty, not overly sweet.
Not overly sweet. And it's a nice size.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So delicious. I
Mm.
really love this. And I want a tiny little scoop of ice cream on top of it.
Mm.
Vanilla. Uh-huh. Okay.
Now, this company makes all kinds of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
We just got the hazelnut one.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually like this one better than the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really love the crunch to it.
And that hazelnut is a really nice texture. It's not really hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhere between the chocolate that you get in one of those what do we call them?
Oh,
The drumsticks.
the drumsticks.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's this nice texture between drumstick and Nutella. Yeah, I like
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
So I put happy faces again, but then I put hearts with our happy faces for that one.
Well, and
So
there's that nice crunch of the cone. Like some
mhm,
of those, I hate getting a soggy one of those.
me too.
That's got a nice crunch to it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good job. Ooh. So far, turkey is winning hearts and minds here.
Yeah, this has been wildly successful.
Uh-huh. So, Jenny,
Okay.
Turkish trivia question number 3. We can, oh, I'm sorry, I should say thank. We can thank Turkey for which of these sweet treats? Licorice, gummy bears, jelly beans, or lollipops?
Jelly beans.
Jelly beans is correct.
Yeah, let's
It was
go.
C. It was jelly beans. And this is interesting. And we'll talk more about Turkish delight in a few minutes. But jelly beans developed because of Turkish delight. So you know how Turkish delight has that
It's that
soft
kind of soft and chewy,
juice,
yummy
and
thing.
just like jelly beans.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where the Turkish delight gave birth to the jelly bean.
Well, and I almost said gummy bears, but I'm like, no, it didn't feel right. That didn't
Mhm.
feel. I'm like, I know a little something about gummy bears, and I knew it wasn't the Turks.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. There you go. So
Whew,
jelly
okay.
beans, like I said, Turkey is known for sweet stuff.
They do.
Mhm.
They like their sweeties. Okay.
So we're gonna, but this time now we're gonna get a little savory. So
Okay.
we have the crackle pretzel pieces, and these are garlic bread flavored pretzel pieces. And this is a culinary exchange with Germany.
Okay.
So the Germans are big fans of a lot of the Turkish treats, and we are big fans, and they are big fans of the pretzel. And though they don't usually do a lot of soft pretzels in Turkey, they do a lot of these kind of crackery pretzel treats. So
Mm. Mm.
mm, pretty good. I think it tastes more salty than garlicky. Mm, there's the garlic. What do you think? Mm,
Bag of broken pretzels.
kind of. When I saw a picture of them, I'm like, oh, they're kind of broken. But yeah, that's the thing.
Bored.
I know. We just ate chili cheese Fritos, so I think they're good. But
You know that stuff Gardettos, which I don't
mhm,
love. It's like underwhelming
it's like
Gardettos.
somebody took a hammer to a bag of Gardettos.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I do not like. Nope. Nope.
Okay. I have a neutral face on this one. I think Jenny's a sad face. So
Do better, turkey. Sorry, I'm
so
fickle,
I'm neutral.
fickle and tired.
Jenny is sad. Sad face.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I want my Universal Yums box to be better than pretzels. Is that so much to ask?
Yeah,
Universal Yums do better.
pretzels aren't my favorite. I'm just not sure. Like they couldn't send us like hummus or something like that, which would have been super. Or something. I don't know, something delicious. Something delicious.
Well, and pretzels are okay.
Pretzels
But
are
I
okay.
mean, honestly, if I'm gonna have a pretzel, I want it to be a warm, soft pretzel with dipping cheese.
Oh, me
I
too.
know,
With
right?
3 kinds of mustard.
Ooh,
Mm.
and some dipping cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I love liquid cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe we need the German box next time.
Oh yeah, could you send me the German box with
Box.
the liquid cheese?
Germans hate us now.
They hate us so much.
Sorry.
All right, let's go trivia.
Okay, so Jenny,
Yes,
Turkey
I
trivia
know.
question
I know this
number
one.
4. Which fantasy series is a bit obsessed with the Turkish delight sweet? Is it Lord of the Rings,
No,
B, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, C, Harry Potter, or D, Percy Jackson and the Olympians?
I'm pretty sure it's Lion the Witch in their wardrobe because that's how the kid gets in trouble in the first place. Because doesn't the witch tempt him
Mhm.
with Turkish delight, and the little guy's like, "Turkish delight, let's go!" Yeah.
Turkish delight and hot cocoa. Oh
Yes.
yeah, the first time. Remember when we were like in the 70s when we saw the cartoon of it.
Yes.
Oh, and the kid was eating Turkish delight, and I'd never had it before because
No,
I was from St. Joseph County, Michigan, and the Turkish delight was what?
they would
And I
never
just
have that.
and I remember watching that cartoon and seeing that kid like mow that stuff down. I'm like, Someday I will try Turkish Delight. And then when they redid the movie, a number what? When did they do that?
God, that was years ago.
Early 2000s, I guess. And watching that kid chow down it, I was like, damn, I want some Turkish Delight. Ugh. So yeah.
And my thing, my first time I ever had Turkish delight, my impression was like I was surprised by it. I'm like, it's basically kind of soft gumdrops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was really impressed. I was like, oh, this is, and
Heck,
it wasn't super sweet. Again,
no,
coming back to something was like, I thought it was going to be super sweet, and it wasn't. It was just this chewy, subtle, really interesting food. And I was like, huh, how come I can't find, it's even hard, even now, you're like,
it's hard to find.
you have to
Yeah.
search it out, so,
For the record, Joe Peters is 3 for 3. I'm like, oh
oh,
wait, was he 3 for 3? What was the second one? The second one was
jelly
jelly
beans.
beans. Yeah. So yeah, Joe Peters is 3 for 3.
Nice job.
Good job.
Hmm.
So good job, regional manager.
So now we have Tatson's Turkish Delight,
Okay.
and the version as we know of it now, the version of Turkish Delight was invented by Hassi Bekir in 1777 at his confection shop in Istanbul.
Istanbul is Constantinople. It's Istanbul, it's
Not Constantinople.
Constantinople.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So it was around before this, but they made it with flour instead of like a starch. And then once they started to make it with like a starch instead of flour to thicken it up and to make it more solid, it became this family became instantly wealthy. It was like something that the Sultan ate. I mean, it was just, I mean, it was the thing in 1777.
I love it.
And here
It
we are.
became world renowned,
World
historically
renowned.
renowned.
Yeah, like when the Turkish ambassadors like go to other countries, they would bring Turkish delight because to other countries because it was so tempting and sought after. And can you imagine? I mean, right now we think, oh, this how hard could be, but imagine if you had to make this only using like gelatin from hooves.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So there's in this box there's rose, lemon, and orange. I think we got lemon.
lemon. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything about this.
Oh
Oh, you know what? There's hints of rose in that.
yeah, there's also rose. Maybe we
Yeah.
got the rose one.
Mm.
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 Because rose,
Mm.
they use a lot of rose
Mm.
water and rose oil. Mm.
It's
And
really
milk.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And again, texturally, it's just magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just yeah, it's not like a gummy bear that's super chewy or bouncy.
Mm-mm.
It's like it's silky and smooth,
Mm-hmm.
and the flavor is so subtle, and it's just got this lovely.
Mm.
I don't even know. It's floral.
Yeah.
It's got this lovely
Mm-hmm.
floral taste to it. It's got a little confectioner sugar around it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
love that stuff. I need to eat more Turkish delight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a big happy face.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be, oh,
Yeah, that's it's interesting because you think about it. I'm trying to imagine what Turkish delight would be like with gelatin.
well, I mean, like with flour. Can you
With
imagine?
flour, yeah.
Yeah, how it would be, even if you sifted the flour a lot, it would still be kind of, it wouldn't have that same sort of bounce to it.
No.
And it would be stodgy, to use a British term.
Bouncy. Bouncy stodgy. Yeah, stodgy.
Stodgy. Yeah. So it's just, but
Mm.
yeah, he made it with starch, like a starch instead of cornstarch
Cornstarch. Okay.
instead of flour, and it revolutionized the Turkish delight.
Innovated.
Innovated.
Innovators.
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 Mhm.
Yep.
But there was a lot of confection places in Turkey. They like their sweets.
I love it.
Hmm. So, Jenny, Turkish trivia question number 5. Per capita, Turkey is the world's biggest consumer of rice, tea, coffee, almonds. So, A rice, B tea, C coffee, or A almonds.
I don't need therapy. I just need to go to Turkey. Let's go with coffee.
It's tea.
Oh. Swamp water?
No,
No.
per capita, people in Turkey drink more tea than they do in China and in Great Britain. I know
What?
places
Surprising.
places we think of that are real tea drinkers. And again, here we talk about coffee came up from Africa and spread across Europe, going through Turkey. Tea came across the from east to west, going through Turkey and spreading to the rest of the West. Coffee, I mean, all these things, they
What
came
a
from someplace else.
what a great spot to be because you're
Yeah.
getting this, you know, you're basically getting and trading in all of these things
hmm
and getting to experience all of them. That's toit.
You're a world port.
You are. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
So yes, it is tea. And of course, when you have all these sweets, tea is a nice thing to have.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you enjoy your tea, you have your sweets. Yay.
Just
Life is good.
skip the pretzels.
Well,
Skip
I
the
know. I
pretzels.
wanted the pretzels to be
Man.
better.
Yeah, I did too. I'm disappointed by the
hmm
pretzels. They weren't terrible. They just weren't great.
They just weren't
Yeah,
fabulous.
no.
Okay.
All right, so coming up next, we have this.
Yes. So we have Gofric pistachio wafer, which is a milk chocolate coated crispy wafers with pistachio cream and pistachio pieces.
Hmm.
And pistachios are one of the oldest cultivated nuts. So this is one of the first nuts that human beings actually started to grow and cultivate.
They're good. That's why.
That's why
Pistachios are
they're
good.
good. They're an excellent source of energy. When I first saw this wrapper, it reminded me of like something like it's some sort of protein bar. That's kind of what it reminded me of. I was like, doesn't that look like a protein bar you'd see at a gas station or something?
Dude, I gotta go get me a gopher.
Exactly. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It's like pistachios have that green color, so
That sexy green color.
that sexy green color. So you just want a little bit. I was
Yeah,
just gonna have a little bit because we just got one bar. So here you go, Jenny Brothers.
thank you.
Mm,
It is super green.
It's green.
Mm, mm,
I don't know if you can really
White
tell.
coffee. Mm,
I like stuff with wafers in it.
mm. It's like a mature Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
A Kit Kat for grown-ups.
You made it sound weird.
This Kit Kat's gonna get a little blue tonight. I know. It was yummy. I like it. I like it because it was a dark chocolate, and I'm a big fan of dark chocolate.
It's so much richer and creamier.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is what a Kit Kat wants to be when it grows up.
Yeah.
Because the nuts, I mean, God, pistachios are so good
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So you get this, the filling is super yummy and creamy,
Mm-hmm. Kind of velvety almost.
velvety,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not shitty chocolate either. It's good. I
No.
was thinking that that's going to be some shitty chocolate. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually really smooth and yummy. And then you get that nice bite back from the pistachios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. I was like, oh, this
I could I could eat that.
I could eat that
Yeah,
too.
that's really
Yeah, that's very good. No, and that's the thing.
mm,
They could have got well as most American candy bars, as we know from most American candy bars, you can get away with some pretty shitty chocolate,
oh god.
and they
Well,
did not.
and again, not over sweet enough that if you had a little sweet tooth going like that one
Mm-hmm.
right there,
Right.
that if you had a little sweet tooth, it would satisfy that. But again, without just smacking you in the face with that
Mm-hmm.
sweet, as we do here in the great state of United States.
States.
Yes,
Yeah. So it's very that's a yummy thing.
and it's funny because if I was young, I probably wouldn't like that and be like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not sweet. Where the older I get, I don't really love sweet things. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
overly sweet things as much. So yeah,
Yeah, I could eat me a bunch of those.
hmm
Very
delicious.
very good. Turkey knows how to do some sweets.
Yeah, Turkey. We love you, you sweet bitches.
Exactly. All right, Turkish trivia question number 6. What was Istanbul called before 1930s, Jenny?
It was Constantinople. So the song that Anna and I were singing was Istanbul. Yeah, by They Might Be Giants, which was a song that was popular. I don't know, probably late '80s or early '90s.
Actually, I think it was a cover.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a cover.
so of some song from something
I
else,
think
but
from the 50s. So,
probably. But yeah, we learned it from They Might Be Giants.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So those yeah, so that's so once upon a time it was called Constantinople. Now it's called Istanbul. So there you go.
Eh,
A very Very, very, very old place.
Now,
They've got all the histories.
why did they change the name?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I want to say somebody took over. It was a
I think that I think when that what was it called? I don't know.
yeah, I can't remember what it
Wasn't there a
is.
civil war?
There was a okay, so I'm gonna ask, why did Constantinople become Istanbul? I know I should know this, but I don't
I know.
remember.
I should too. I think it was a
Constantine became
civil
Istanbul
war.
after the Ottoman Empire conquered the city in 1453. I knew there was a conquering somewhere in
Hmm.
there.
There's
So
a
it was the
conquering.
Ottomans that did it.
Okay.
And the new rulers, while not officially changing the name, began using the Turkish term Istanbul, which is a colloquial way of referring to the city, with the official name change being solidified in the early 20th century when the Republic of Turkey was established. Essentially, the name change reflected the shift in power from the Byzantine Empire to the Ottoman Turks.
There you go. Yeah, I thought maybe it was a civil war, but yeah, that makes perfect
Okay.
sense because that was a big upheaval when it went from the Ottoman Empire to the
Or the Byzantine city,
Byzantine.
yeah.
Yeah, because the Byzantines had a
They had a stranglehold on that place for a long time.
long
So,
time. Yeah.
yeah, and I think I remember learning that in Western Civ class with,
Hmm.
Dr. Reinhard Whitke. But
There you go.
I don't know, that was
That was
30,
that was a little while ago.
35 years ago.
Mhm.
Shit.
Oh
Fuck
shit.
me.
Damn. All right, let's not talk about that anymore.
Okay.
Let's eat some candy.
Yay! All right, let's have some of that, whatever it is.
Okay, so this is Toffix Sour, and we're going to have the cola flavor
Okay.
today.
All right.
Okay, so Toffix candy are based on a traditional sweet that was prepared as a street food.
Okay.
And the vendors making the candy by hand would then dip them into lemon juice when they were purchased to give them a sour kick.
Okay.
So isn't it funny to think like hard candy at once upon a time was considered a street food where they would like you'd go and you'd like buy a piece of candy or two and they would make it for you right there.
But we have to do our best old person in a theater.
I'd rather have that than the cell phones. So here's what it looks like. See?
It looks like a little turd. It looks like a wee turd. It looks like a turd. Put this turd in my mouth. We're going to have to give this a minute.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting kind of like a
Oh, it's squishy.
oh yeah, I didn't remember that they said
Mm.
it was squishy, so it's like hard on the outside but squishy on the inside. It's
Mm.
kind of giving me a cola taste.
Here comes the sour.
Woo!
You gotta bite it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
We gotta bite it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you bite it, oh yeah,
Super sour.
it's not bad.
I'm not loving this.
Mm.
It's not spitting it out of my mouth bad, but it's not my favorite thing.
My wrapper is close by.
Mm-hmm. Um, this is a Turkish version of a Starburst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or Starburst is a American version of a Tofix. Because Starbursts are way younger than Tofix.
I don't like this one.
I don't either. But it's not I don't think
It's not the worst thing I've ever had.
it's not either, but I don't think it's like I just don't think I like this type of candy.
I have no problem saying no to a Starburst. I don't particularly like
I'm a
Starburst.
hater.
And so I don't particularly like this. I'm like,
Neutral face or sad face?
I'm gonna give it I'm not gonna neutral face.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I gave it to.
Yeah, sad face was for the lame ass pretzels. So
Yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of this type of treat.
yeah.
Um, and I don't think it would have mattered if we had a different because they had other flavors besides cola flavored, but we happened to get the cola flavored ones. But I don't think I would have been any more excited about the any. They had blackberry, strawberry, or lemon. Maybe a lemon one.
Lemon might have been fun. So
But I don't think I would have been any more excited about any of the other flavors. And I think if you like Starburst, you probably enjoy this.
yeah,
Or if
you
you
probably
like
would.
if you like a sour candy, I think you would probably really enjoy it because it's unique and interesting.
That candy didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be chewy or hard
Mm-hmm.
or sour or
Or sweet.
sweet. Yeah, it just wasn't particularly. that candy was a mishmash. It was confused
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
confused me
Yeah.
along with it.
Yeah.
So,
So.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Jenny. So Turkish trivia question number 7.
All right.
What treat used to require a second kitchen in order to be made? Was it A, Turkish delight, B, dried or preserved fruit, C, poppy seed muffins, or D, yogurt and fermented milk?
You need 2 rooms?
You needed a second kitchen for it. So you had a kitchen for your regular cooking for family meals and a second kitchen just to do this because it took so much time and energy and space.
I'm going to go with dried or preserved fruit.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Dried or preserved fruit. And of course, Turkey is an area where they have a long growing season. They're getting fruits and that sort of thing from all over the world. They're growing everything else that they can too. And so, all of that fruit, if you don't want it to go bad, you want it to be preserved because then you have to send it out to other parts of the world.
Got to get it dry. And
You
that
got
thing,
it.
you got to lay it all. You got to cut it. You got to lay it all out. It's going to
Mhm.
take time.
It's going to take time, or just making it into like jams and jellies and other things. Yeah, so it would be its whole other production facility was to take all this beautiful fruit that's growing all around you and preserve it for as long as possible. So you have it
Nice.
as long, and that's how you get other sweet stuff. So you start making other sweets from it because you have all this stuff preserved.
Well, and that's one of the things I liked about the Turkish delight is that it didn't taste artificial.
Mm-hmm.
Like it tasted like they were using
Yeah.
some real extracts in there,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Yeah.
really liked. Because you can tell when stuff tastes super fake.
Right.
So,
It tastes like cough syrup.
and that's what I didn't like about the Tofix. It tasted fake.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did. It tasted artificial.
Yes.
So, yeah, so you would need a second kitchen just for all the fruits that you would dry and preserve.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll do a quick review, Jenny,
Okay.
before we
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Actually, let's
Okay.
do this. Boop. Let's close that out for a
Mm-hmm.
second. And then, okay, take us through it.
Okay. So, we we both enjoyed the snowball, but I have to admit, the snowball was probably my let's see, of the 6 things
It
we
kept
did,
falling
it kept
down.
falling exactly. So at first it was number 1, and it ended up for me as number 4.
I would agree. Agree.
Then we had the snow cone or the little cone thing, and for me, that was number 3.
3.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then we had the pretzels, which for me was number 5, and for Jenny was number
That's for
6.
me. That was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had the Turkish delight, and I'm gonna go with number 2. That was my number 2. And then the pistachio
Yeah,
thing,
because
that
the
was
pistachio
number
bar was
was
number
number
1.
1.
Yeah.
And then the for me, the candy was number 6 for me, and for Jenny
That
it
was
was number
5 for
5.
me. Yeah.
So I think we definitely agreed on
Yeah.
our top sweets.
Yes.
But yeah, the snowball, I really enjoyed the snowball, but after the Turkish delight and
Just kept
the
falling down.
and that chocolate bar,
The chocolate bar was
it
good.
was good.
Yeah, really good. And
Mhm.
again, pistachio's such a great nut.
Yeah.
Okay, now I went right back to waiting. Or was it the Best in Show with the one guy's like naming all the nuts? Pistachio nut, walnut, hazelnut. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. So I think turkey. Nice
Good
job.
job, Turkey. I would say of the boxes that we have gotten,
I like
I'm gonna
turkey the
say
best.
turkey is my favorite
Mhm.
because A, I have a sweet tooth, and
Mhm.
B, I just thought the stuff was. I just think I don't know. I like their care with which they make stuff. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I have a sweet tooth, so
And the thing is, like, when you have thousands of years to perfect something,
you get
when
pretty
you
good
got
at
some
it.
history,
You get
you're
pretty
like,
good at
oh,
it. Yeah.
I made something 300. Can you imagine making something almost 350 years ago and people are still eating it?
No.
Yeah. I'm like, we got presidents we don't remember, but Turkish delight,
Remember that.
yeah, we remember that.
Mm.
So there you go. Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Grover Cleveland, who?
What? Was he the one that died?
There's been a couple of them.
Yeah. I'm like,
Well, that was good stuff, Ann Brothers.
thank you.
Good work with that.
My
Um,
pleasure.
yes.
Totally my pleasure on that one.
Well, thank you, Ann Brothers. And thank you, dear listeners slash viewers, for spending yet another hour or so learning things about stuff. Today we took you through our Universal Yums box on turkey,
Hmm.
and we had many delicious treats and one completely boring. Leave it to the Germans to f up some pretzels. Come
I
on, man.
know.
So anyway, we didn't love the pretzels, but maybe next time we
Maybe.
will, because we usually do this like once a year. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. So thank you again for joining us.
Mhm.
And remember, we want to hear from you. We would love to hear your questions, concerns, comments, and confessions. That's right. Do that. Confess to us. Tell us what you like. Remember, you can support us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music for absolutely free.
No charge.
No charge.
Free gratis.
Yes, what she said. And make sure you join us next week. We're going to be reviewing a book or two, just rando books that we decide we want to talk about. And so that's what's happening next week.
Ooh, and
So,
tell us what you're reading and what we should read.
yes,
With
because
your comments.
yes,
And confessions.
I've got an Audible credit that's burning a hole in my pocket. Ooh,
Mhm.
speaking of which, I believe this is the month that the new Hunger Games book comes out. Yes, Sunrise on the Reaping, I believe, comes out in 3 weeks, if memory serves. Wait, I got to double check that.
Jenny,
When does Sunrise on the Reaping come out?
you just made my March.
March 18th.
Meh. God.
March 18th.
I'm gonna get a hard copy and I'm gonna get the Audible. Oh my god, I'm so
I'm
excited.
gonna double up on that one as well.
Me
So
too.
let's go.
Me too.
Yeah. So that'll be amazing. So yes. So hang on, I gotta do this real quick. I gotta take that away. Boom. That's right. So yeah, you guys, we are excited about next week. We're gonna book it up. You know what else we have to talk about, Ann? We got to get Chip on for this. The new season of White Lotus is out.
Oh yeah.
Episode 3 is tomorrow. I am an episode behind,
Ooh,
so
you
if
better hurry.
I know. Mike White's third season of White Lotus, which doesn't seem like it would be something that you can't stop watching, but then you can't stop watching it.
I know. I was like, why do I give a shit about these rich people?
Well, these rich people who are generally pretty terrible. I think there's something about watching about the lives of terrible people that you just,
Yeah.
it's basically a I guess I would describe it as sort of a grown up cooler to watch soap opera. It kind of is. And it ends. So
Yeah. It doesn't keep going and going and going.
Well, and it's intriguing because each season starts with somebody dead, but you don't know who. And what happens is that it takes you to a week earlier. Each episode takes you to somebody's dead, and then the episode takes you to the beginning of the week,
and builds up from there.
And it does, and it's clever. Good job, Mike White. So
yeah, he's got a way to tell. He's good with telling a story.
He is a good a very good storyteller. So anyway, we're coming back with some books when White Lotus gets a little bit deeper into it. We'll talk about White Lotus with our entertainment expert Chip Maley
and sticker aficionado.
For sure. So anyway, we'll be back next week to talk books. Until then, wait, hang on, I got to do this. I got to turn on our music. Look, Tammy's with us.
I was going to say, Tammy said something.
If you do a new show, try Paradise. Okay, where's that? What's that on? What's that about? What's happening?
Yeah, tell us where to find that for.
Yes, tell us where to find that. So I don't know if we'll have time for that. Anyway, I'm going to start some music.
Okay.
Our outro music. I know it's kind of hard to hear.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yes, there it is. That's right. All right, you guys. I'm Janice Brothers, and with me is my sister.
And brothers.
And we want you to get out there and do something smart, do something dumb, do something fun. We are out of here.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Wait, Tammy's back. I guess we're not. Hulu! Okay. Paradise on Hulu. Fantastic. All right, guys. We love you. See you next week. Peace out.